Episode 3, The Cookout Clash.
Saturday mornings at Frank's place usually meant Harry mowing or Ricky banging on the garage door shirtless. But this morning, the sound was different. The scrape of Frank's old charcoal grill being dragged from under its tarp. Frank, FF Tunes, shirt stretched across his belly, slapped the grill like an old friend. Today's the day, boys. I'm taking back my crown as king of the cookout. Hudson poked his head out, phone already rolling. So, another episode for my channel. Frank grinned. Only if you want Barton County to see full off-the-bone ribs. Bar-tested, biker-proved, Harry strolled by, mason jar in hand. Better hope you don't burn him like last time. That was one time. Frank shot back. And I ran a bar kitchen for 10 years. I've cooked for bikers, drunks, and Friday karaoke crowds. You think a neighborhood cookout scares me? Hudson whispered into the camera, Episode 3, The Cookout Clash. Dad's putting his reputation on the line. Ricky strutted in shirtless, flag tattoo on full display. Heard there's smoke in the air. I'm here to supervise. Supervise. Diane barked from the porch, cigarette dangling. Frank can't grill a hot dog without setting something on fire. I'll handle the beans and potato salad at least. Something will be edible. Frank rolled his eyes. Every cookout, same speech. You don't listen, Diane snapped. I've been making cookout food since before you could drive. Ricky smirked. Yeah, but Frank's the only guy who made me dance to Chattahoochee while flipping burgers. That's championship grilling. Hudson zoomed in on Diane, whispering Mamaw is already mad. By noon, the backyard buzzed. Marty and Cheryl Ann showed up with buns. Doug rolled in with an empty cooler for appearances. And Mrs. Kincaid from the HOA pretended to weed while spying. Frank stood at the grill like a general, spatula in hand. Step 1, he told Hudson's camera. Season your meat like you mean it. Step 2, crack a beer. Step 3, ignore your mother when she says you're doing it wrong. That's not a recipe, Diane barked. That's alcoholism. The crowd laughed, and Frank winked. Step 4, trust a man who ran a bar grill where the wings were hotter than the karaoke. Things heated up when Ricky leaned too close, beer foam dripping into the fire. Flames roared. Frank hollered, batting flames with his spatula. Relax. Ricky laughed. That's flavor. Flavor, Diane screeched. That's burnt. She stomped forward, nearly dropping beans on Ricky's bare foot. This is why I can't trust you people, Hudson whispered to his phone. Mamaw versus Ricky, round 2. Harry shuffled out with something in hand, a wooden spatula he'd carved in the garage. He passed it to Frank like it was sacred. Behold, Frank declared, the Harry special. Looks like a paddle, Ricky said. Harry sipped. That's for when the meat gets out of line. Even Diane cracked a laugh before covering it with a cough. The cookout became a circus. Marty strummed a guitar, Cheryl Ann nervously offered her potato salad, and Ricky nearly started a civil war by declaring it better than Mamaw's, better than mine. Diane's voice went high enough to spook dogs 3 houses away. I've been making potato salad since before that girl was born. Frank cut in, waving the Harry special like a sword. Alright, enough fighting. This is my cookout, and these ribs are my legacy. When the food hit the table, the crowd cheered. Ribs slid clean off the bone, wings crackled with smoke, and neighbors clapped like they'd bought tickets. Harry nodded slowly. Not bad. Guess the old bar boss still has it. Ricky licked his fingers. Best rib since karaoke night. Frank wins. Diane muttered. Still too much smoke, but kept eating. Frank leaned toward Hudson's camera, barbecue sauce on his chin. Ladies and gentlemen, the crown is secure. The yard roared. Beers clinked. For one moment, it felt like the dive bar again, loud, messy, but everyone fed and happy. That night, Frank slouched in his chair, cooler nearly empty. Hudson uploaded the footage. Diane sulked, Ricky toasted the chaos, and Harry sipped quietly, carving more wood. Dad, Hudson said softly, you really are the king of the cookout. Frank smiled. 10 years behind a bar taught me everything. And now, Barton County remembers. Harry raised his jar. Long live the leftovers, Diane groaned. Long live my heartburn, Ricky howled. Long live the chaos. Hudson grinned at his phone. One grill, one crown, one family. This was life at Frank's place.